On today's episode of Anime Afterthoughts, Dr. Stone, episode 23, A Wave of Science. Today's episode gives us a heartwarming look into Ishigami Village, showcasing their perseverance and ingenuity, as well as hitting us with a couple of those sweet Suika and Old Man Kizuki moments. Not to mention, we are literally 1 week away from the season 1 finale. Now, last we left off, we went spelunking with Senku, Chrome, and Magma to find the most heat-resistant metal in the universe, tungsten. Luckily for us, over the 3,700 years of petrification, a giant mountain of rare minerals was formed due to volcanic activity, so we were able to scoop up a variety of new materials. Now, upon returning to Ishigami Village, Senku was suddenly kidnapped. By who? Magma himself. Blindfolded and taken to Chrome's hut, he mistakenly thinks the group is actually going to hand him over to Shishio in an attempt to spare their lives, but in reality, it was his birthday. Yes, Gen is a very smart person. He was able to calculate Senku's birthday based on how many days he was told he was alive, as well as he was a witness to the carving that Senku carved into the tree when he first woke up, making Gen Senku's first fanboy. So what did we give today's episode? It was a non-stop mad dash to finish the cell phone before spring has sprung. Yes, everyone in Ishigami Village is pitching in to help finish the key item that will win the war against Shishio's army. After forming the tungsten filament, they're moving on to the next steps. The first form of plastic, known as bakelite, made from altering tree sap, a microphone/megaphone, utilizing the crystals formed at the top of a barrel of wine. Suika and the other children, as well as the elderly, are finally done hand threading this monster of a wire, and even Gen is pitching in. Yes, it's time for an upgrade to the sulfuric batteries with some manganese ones. Everyone is full steam ahead, and again we get some very sweet moments, this time talking about Old Man Kizuki. He witnesses Chrome and Senku having their little bro science moment, and honestly, he gets jealous. Ever since he was a kid, it seems he was the only one in the village that had any knack or any aspirations to build something, to be a crafter. And honestly, the only reason that he kept at it was because he viewed it as the main reason he would be part of Ishigami Village. He's jealous of this friendship, this, mutual respect between these science users, and he says he wish he has, a fellow craftsman that he can be friends with and rivals with. And Chrome, throws out a very Chrome-ish line. What are you talking about, Kizuki? You have a couple fellow crafters right here. Old Man Kizuki is startled. What are you talking about, Chrome? What fellow crafters? And he points to himself and Senku like, hey, we're right here. We're your friends. He's like, you're my friends? And it's just this very sweet old man moment where like I said before, Old Man Kizuki is a pivotal role. Just because Senku and Chrome and, these people can come up with these amazing things, it takes a craftsman to take that blueprint, to take that mathematical formula, the science, and actually make it reality. The same way when Senku was talking up to Magma saying, hey, back in my day, the brawn and the brains work together. I mean, without Old Man Kizuki, half this shit, as we've seen, with Senku's attempt to make glass, as well as even making that wooden gear, failed, and Kizuki was able to knock it out lickety fucking split. So this man is pivotal, and when I see that he's jealous, that he's actually, depressed that he doesn't have a fellow craftsman, or more or less, I think he wants that rivalry that we see in Senku and Chrome. Like, each one is trying to surpass the other, as well as, teaching, and just that monkey see, monkey do. Like, hey, I can do what you do, but I'm gonna try to do it better and do it on my own. Like, he needs that friendship, that friendly rivalry. And Chrome's like, what are you talking about? We're your friends. We're fellow craftsmen. We're right here. And he goes, you sure? But I'm 50 years your elder. He goes, what does age have to do with it? It was just a very, very heartwarming moment. And then later on in the episode, again, we see him jealous, and he's like, hey, can you do what you and Chrome do? Let's do that. And we see a simple high five. Obviously in this time, it's a long forgotten gesture, but nowadays it means I give fist bumps and high fives to people who are close to me. It's just that sign of friendship, and obviously they're viewing it as just the next extreme level. It must be being bestowed with some kind of great honor. Let's fucking do it. And then we see Suika come up with the other kids and hey, what else can us kids do? He's like, oh, you can just go back to the wire and do that. She's like, okay. She wants the high five too, and she gets one. It's a very sweet and very heartwarming moment. That's what this whole episode is about. We see the entire village just come together, and then we also see Senku be, more than just a village chief, a village leader. He sees that everyone is basically outside, doing all the work outside, and it's fucking freezing. It's winter. You have children and the elderly, the two most susceptible when it comes to the flu and, dying of pneumonia and shit, out working with their bare hands, and I don't know what the hell their outfits are. It's a fucking robe or a cloak. There's no leggings, leggings, there's no nothing. Chicks are still wearing shorts, and what the fuck? First of all, like, I call bullshit on that. Like, fucking wrap yourself up. You're gonna catch something. I don't want anyone to catch pneumonia. There, I've said it. But he sees this and he's like, well, you know what? Let's do something about it. So he says it's a workaround to get the coal ash needed to make, I believe it was the Bakelite process, or was it the manganese batteries? I don't fucking know. They needed coal ash, but he was just using that as an excuse to literally make them copper stoves for every single fucking hut. You see the entire village, smokestacks are now on top of every fucking hut. That means each one is now equipped with a stove to not only warm the place up, but cook their fucking meals. So like the village, Ruri and Kaka's father, the old village chief, is like, he sees this, he's like, this is bullshit. This excuse of coal ash is kind of bullshit. You're doing this just for the village. He goes, gee, really? I don't see it like that. Like, Senku's playing tough and he's playing non-emotional, but everything he does, not only does it benefit his own plan, but it seems to benefit this village. Like, I would say it's its secondary goal, but in reality, it's going side by side with winning the battle against Shishio and, bringing civilization back from the end. Like, if you were to bring back civilization, but Ishigami village would fall by the wayside, I mean, there's actually no point. Like, it's just awe-inspiring to see all this, this entire village working together in a mad dash effort. And we see time goes on, and Senku's phone is finally completed. Everyone finished their tasks. The wire's done. The Bakelite is done. It's actually pretty smooth. I figured it'd be a little bit more, lesser quality. But the megaphone is done. The vacuum tube is finally done. The wire is fucking done. Like, everything is done. Senku, he turns it on, and all of a sudden you just see like radio waves emit throughout the entirety of the planet, and it's just an awe-inspiring moment. And then we cut to Shishio, and it looks like his top lieutenants, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, the upper echelon of the Shishio army. It looks like they're readying for war. They're all geared up. So like, I don't know where the fuck I don't know where the next episode's going to end. Like, I have a feeling we're gonna stop, like right before this war or something starts. It's like, fucking, like, it's one of those things where it's gonna end in a cliffhanger, because the point of an anime is to make you come back. Like, no one's gonna leave off where we defeat Shishio. Like, that's weird. Like, what do we have to look forward to? Like, I'm looking forward to, an all-out battle between science and, I don't know, power or strength, might, whatever you want to call Shishio's army. I'm looking forward to that. That's what's hooking me for the next season. Like, oh yeah, and don't let me forget. I mean, I wasn't gonna forget anyways, but like, I was gonna leave it towards the end anyways. But I would say the number one favorite part in this episode today is definitely Gen's song, where he is literally, I don't know, it's like sing rapping or chanting. Like, I don't know what you would call it type of music, but he's singing while making the batteries, and it's fucking hilarious. Like, it's shit. Like, it's like something you would see like on YouTube or someone to make ironically. It's like, it's fucking hilarious as shit. Like, I literally went on like one of those laugh out loud moments where it's just real guttural and real natural laugh. Like, it honestly was the funniest part. But now, as I'm making this video, I'm sitting here wondering what the fuck are my Fridays gonna be like. Like, yes, I get a little break going from 3 videos down to 2 for a while, but still, it's just one of those pivotal animes that I've looked forward to every Friday, because not only are you getting it's a good story. That with the first couple episodes, they set up the premise, and ever since we've met Ishigami Village, they've been developing the characters more and more, as well as working on these scientific roadmaps. They've showcased characters as well as science instead of story progression. Then we had the flashbacks to show us up to this point, to add a better understanding to this world, and now we're back on the science, and like, it has just been a fucking roller coaster. I've absolutely loved it. The art, the animation, everything's been on par. Even that there's been heartwarming moments, they've been fucking devastating moments, there's been hilarious moments. The science has been fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm actually learning. I actually know stuff like Bakelite. I actually know about that. To see that all wrapped up into a series, and now that series is fucking ending, like, fuck. Honestly, this has to have a season 2. Plain and simple. Has to have a season 2. So with all that being said, I'm excitement at an all-time high. I'm both nervous and excited for next week's episode, because with that, we get our final episode of season 1, and we have to say goodbye, hopefully just for a little bit, to Senku and all the others that inhabit this stone world. So with that being said, and 1 episode left, I honestly cannot wait for future episodes.